Welcome everybody to the launch of our brand new one-day special. All of these beautiful options of fabrics at a phenomenal price. I cannot get over the price. It is a 50% saving. I want to put this into context. You are getting a collection of the most beautiful fabrics from Windham at an astonishing price, because it works out per half metre, £3. Well, it's £6.99 for a metre, so £3.50 per half metre. £3.50 per half metre. And do not be fooled by that price, because this is quilting cotton. It is beautiful, beautiful fabrics. And someone who knows that is the wonderful Jenny, who's joined me. Jenny, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
I've been looking forward to working with you. I think it's going to be a fun one.
I know, it's our first show together.
First one. Well, the thing is, I feel like, because I've seen you so often, I feel like I know you well.
Exactly.
We keep passing.
We do.
Now, Jenny, I'm watching you here at Hochanda.
Yeah.
You love your fabric.
I do.
And in our meeting, when you saw the price of the, £3.50 a half metre, what would you expect as a soft crafter? If I was to give you a half metre at £3.50, what kind of fabric would you expect to get for that?
Not very good fabric.
Not this kind of fabric.
No, not at all. Usually a quality quilting cotton, you're paying that much for a fat quarter, £3.90. Yes. And that's even a cheaper quality fat quarter. They usually range between like £3.90 and...
This is what I love about you. Jenny, you know your stuff. You really do.
It shows I'm obsessed with fabric.
You love fabric. I'm going to tell you, now, you have got options here, and we're going to go through those options, but whichever option you go for, you're going to get 20 half metres. Actually, I think a good way to put that into context is think about how much you would pay for a metre of quality quilting cotton. And it would be quality quilting cotton, you're looking at anywhere from, say, £12 to £18.
Yeah.
It's around about, and here we're looking at around about sort of the £14 mark.
Yeah.
If you get this, or £12 mark. So here, we've got options. We're going to start with the fire. Again, you're getting 10 metres worth of fabric, so 20 half metres for £69.90. The way you can bolster your stash. Beautiful, beautiful colours. So we'll go through these. We've got wonderful yellows going through, so you can see the yellows here. Oh, I like these, Jenny.
They're so cute.
This is nice. That's a beautiful one as well. When you're looking at fabric to invest in a bundle, Jenny, what do you look for?
I always look at the quality of the prints first, and these are amazing. But I just think they're great how they've done the bundles in colours. Yeah. In like a colour range.
Well, that's a cool design there.
Yeah, it's pencil sharpenings. I've used that for my laptop bag, so I thought it was perfect for it.
I love that. But then, oh, now this is nice. So this would be more of a premium. You'd pay more for this because you've obviously got the sparkle element to it. I hope we can see that there. Beautiful. And this one's nice. The brickwork, that fiery brickwork. Now we're kind of getting into our sort of reddy tones as well. Are you also conscious of a bundle that includes sort of volume prints? You've got your smaller volume, your larger volume?
Yeah, definitely. And I love a couple of them have text, which is always great to use.
The little dog laughed. The cow jumped over the moon. That is a cool one. We like that. Oh, we're spicing things up, Jenny. Do you like your chilies?
Do you know what? The vegetable prints that are in this are actually great.
Love them.
I think they're fantastic.
That's cool. So spice that great lining there.
And the lumberjack kind of check as well.
Okay, just showing you here. We've got a buffalo check in there as well. You've got your red floral prints. You've got, that's a nice one too. Really nice masculine one if you're struggling for masculine. I mean, we're still going here. You've got, this is just still the fire option. I'm not done. And finally, those two will work nicely together. So that is your first option. It is a fire option, and you've got a beautiful mix, a myriad of reds and yellows and oranges. Now we're going to move on to, this is nice. This is your sky, so wonderful blues. So you've got a nice little daisy print there. This is good with your stripes, but it's kind of distressed as well. So you've got a bit of distressed detail. Jenny, I love that.
Love the next few. I think the blue bundle is one of my favourite bundles.
That really is incredibly appealing. That's lovely. Okay, that's one. Then we've got a lovely, delicate little dot detail in there with kind of hashtags and X's in there. It's not actually a dot. You get in, looking at the naked eye, little hashes and little X's in there, so that's quite cute. This is very distinguished. This is the kind of stuff you'd find in sort of National Trust home.
Yeah, they are so nice.
And again, sticking with that vein of a beautiful. Now, don't forget, you are getting 20 half meters for the price on your screen. We've got a wonderful bird in there as well. You can see your bird. You've got more floral elements, ditzy, and then finally, oh, that's elegant. Actually, no, sorry, not finally at all. We got the darker blues now moving in. There's just so many.
Love this, and the one next to it, my favourites. Hair clips.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
And this one.
Okay, and I mean, I'm trying to go as fast as I can with these. There's just so many to show. You've got like a distressed denim effect. You've got here little ditzy detail. We've got, that's a really nice one too. That's very elegant. The duck, you've got dog there, pigeon. We've got nice little floral aspect too. It's a compliment to the amount of fabric that we're getting, how long it's taken to go through each one. So there, oh, this is nice. Bit of gold detail within that. And then you've got, I'll just show those as a 3. So that is your blue option, your sky option, I should say. I actually can't believe how many you're getting in each bundle. Right, going to move on to our forest. So here, I'll let the camera pan across because I am conscious of time. This is your greens and browns, but as we go through, you get to appreciate just the variety of fabric that you're getting in one purchase. I know that Jenny's a big fan of the cauliflowers that we've got here. That's just a fun little element. We've got kiwis in there. You've also got the salad too. That is just such a lovely mix of fabrics. 20 half meters for £69.90. It works out £6.99 for a meter of quilting cotton. And I really want to stress the value, because I know the price, and viewers at home might be thinking, well, for that kind of price, what's the quality of fabric I can get? It is a great quality fabric. It's only because it should be twice as much. So if you were to buy this, you should be paying £139. You're paying $69. It's all courtesy of our Black Tag event. Okay, moving on here. Now we're actually going to move across and see all of your purples. Now, by the way, there is a flexi payment on this. Now, if you were trying to purchase before and struggling, there was, I think, an issue with our flexi payment. It has been resolved, so there is flexi payment on this. We can split that price in half, which we would expect with a one-day special of this price. So you don't have to pay that $69.90 today. It's $34.95. You get all of your options. So half now, half obviously in 4 weeks' time. Let's go on to this option. So we'll just go through. This is your sunset. Really nice purples, lilacs, pinks all coming through. So we get to see all of those. The beauty of having this to the stash, Jenny, and I can see you've turned into view, you're just looking at all the fabric. This is great.
It's like I haven't seen them before, but I have, because I've been working with them.
You're never going to get short of an option. So if you go to make something like, oh, I just need the right fabric, you're going to find it in your bundle.
Yeah, they're great for so many different things as well.
Like that. So that is your sunset option. Let's work our way down here. This is your neutrals. So name suggests neutrals goes with anything. Really nice natural tones going through. I love them all. There is not an option here that wouldn't captivate me.
Yeah.
I would be sorely tempted as well, because remember, you are splitting the price in half. There is a flexi payment on there. So if we see the flexi payment, it's 39. Oh, it won't spin at the moment. It's £39 and, sorry, $34.95, your price for your flexi payment. But thinking that you are splitting the price, so if you were to double up your options, increase the value as well. Okay, so there we go, that's your neutrals. And then we've got a rainbow coming in. Now, rainbow's a nice mix of all colours. Bring it in, Jenny. We like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed working with this lot because you can just, again, that's a great one to get if you're getting one of the other colours.
Yeah.
because you're going to have more to go with those, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. So having a look at the rainbow, and the next option after the rainbow, if I had to go for, I'm torn between, I really like the sky, the blues that you know is one of your favourites.
The black
this
and
option
white
as well.
Yes.
I think this is really cool. So this option is our black and white, and as we go through, if I had to pick one option, I think for me, this is the option I would go for. I love the skulls, the candy, the sugar skulls. They're bright, vibrant. But you've got a lovely, delicate prints there. Black and white and wonderful greys in the mix too. This, hands down, would be the option I'd go for.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favourites that I work with. I really just love them all.
You've got your script. You've got the sort of honeycomb or chicken wire in there as well. We've got different tones with the sugar skulls. Then you've got your bees. All of those, how can you not love those? Actually, how can you not love any of the options? So it is the perfect one-day special. There are 7 options. Whichever option you go for, you are saving 50%. You are getting 10 meters of fabric. It's quilter's cotton. You're going to get 20 half meters. So a lot of variety, a lot of designs, a lot of fabric at such a good price. There is a flexi payment on there. Now, apologies, we can't flip those around, but it's $34.95, 720-470, your item number. We're going to jump onto the website as we head to our first demonstration. Now, there is lots on the website. What I would suggest, go onto the website, have a little look. We've got pick and mixes in there as well, so you get to see, if you do want to go for the pick and mix, lots and lots of choices. But where the value really lies is in the one-day special, that 50% saving. But got lots of patterns designed by Jenny herself as well, so these are well worth checking out because Jenny is an incredibly talented crafter, which we're going to see right now for our own eyes. What are we going to make, Jenny?
We are going to make the big one storage buckets.
Cool.
Because it's great. Like each of these, you still have so much fabric left over. So I made one in the blues. So I used different prints on each side. These are the ones that you like with the birds.
Cool.
And they just go so well together. And then I did one in, this is the rainbow. Yeah. I love the pears. So I just used different fabrics for those.
Do you know, that is such a practical bag.
Yeah, so it fits in, you know, the storage squares that you can get from different shops. Those ones, they fit perfectly in there. And then, I mean, you can just use them for anything.
That's good.
Storage, kids storage. I know a couple of people who already have the pattern. One lady, Jan, she's made them for her grandkids.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and she
Tidy
used
up toys.
Yeah, it's just great. Cool. I love this pattern, and it's so easy.
Wow, look forward to seeing it.
It's so easy.
How do we do it then?
I've already made one side, and I decided to use the vegetable prints. Wouldn't it be a great bag for taking into the garden? You could pop your tools in it 'cause it's easily washable afterwards.
Or what about taking down to the farmer's market?
Yes.
That would be nice.
That would be
nice. Your veg?
Yeah. Put your veg in your veg bag, and you could, but it would be nice little gift for someone who loves gardening.
I just love this on her allotment.
Yes.
You know she's got an allotment?
No, I didn't know. And Fiona will love it because it's got cauliflowers in it. She's obsessed with this print, and this is what inspired me to use it. When it came through the post, I was like, I've got the cauliflower print, I'm going to use it.
She loves cauliflowers to such a degree. You know she's got a cauliflower tattoo.
No, she didn't say that. She was talking about the fabric the whole of the last show.
Next time we work with her, you've got to ask to see it.
Okay, I'm just trying to decide if you're winding me up or not. Right, so this bag is so easy. I've made one side of it, and I've just thought I'm going to make the other side of it while we're on air, the handles, and just see how far we can get along. So I've pre-cut the fabrics to make it nice and quick.
Nice.
Decided to use some more. I've used the kiwi, which I just think is so much fun.
Cool. So
and
bright, yeah.
The
bit of garlic.
Bit of garlic, yeah.
You're making a lovely little dish there.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it's like fruit with one veg, but.
Wow. I'm sure there's some dish uses it.
Exactly. So you're just going to line up your two side panels together, and just so, simple 1/4 inch seam. So they will be attached. Let's hope get this stuff. Just checking I've set it all up correctly. We're just going to go all the way along.
Okay. As we're just sewing up, I've got to mention, and sorry I didn't mention this when we're going down the, looking at all the options, everything is on extended delivery. It's going to be dispatched on the 12th of December. Worth the wait though. I know it's a little bit of a wait, but it is absolutely worth the wait. It's only because it's coming from abroad. The minute we have it, we'll get it straight out to you.
Right, so I'm just pressing the seam open that I've just sewn along. This is where I always say don't use steam, because if you use steam it's going to stretch the fabric. So you might end up with a wonky seam like that. Even though you've sewn straight, the steam from the iron can make it move.
No one wants a wonky seam.
No one needs a wonky seam. Right, so you've got your top piece and you're just going to sew it to the bottom piece, straight along at 1/4 inch. This is definitely a pattern that anyone can make, even if you don't have any, you haven't really done much sewing before.
A good beginner pattern.
Yeah, I've made so many of these. They're all around my house.
Nice project. I think if you're a more experienced soft crafter, I'd be getting a bit of free motion on there maybe.
Yeah, definitely. You could do so much with the quilting. And you can, if you don't, I've just used normal quilting wadding, but you can use like the stiffer stuff, like the bag making bowsel and stuff, if you want to give it more of a, like, you know, so it stands up more and
stuff like that.
Yeah.
A bit more substance.
Yeah, that's the word. See, I just use normal batting because it's perfect to use up the bits left over from when you've made a quilt.
Good, yeah?
Yeah, because you always end up with so many pieces left over.
A stash buster.
Yeah. So just going along.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it up and press along that seam as well.
Now, I've got to tell you, we've got 7 options that you can see here. The most popular option at the moment is the fire. So those beautiful reds and oranges and yellows. So you're getting all 20 half meters, whichever option you go for, not just the fire. 20 half meters for £69.90. It works out at £6.99 per meter. Tell me where you're going to get quilter's cotton, so quilting cotton, for that kind of price. Now remember, don't be fooled, and I'm going to keep on saying this because I don't want any viewers who are just tuning in thinking, oh, what kind of fabric am I going to get for that price? It should be, what you're seeing here should be twice as much. It should be £139, but you are saving 50% courtesy of Hochanda in our Black Tag event. So all I would say to you is, this is a special show, it's a special price. Please, please don't miss out. Just pick the option you like. So fire at the moment is very popular. You've got the sky, you've got all the other options as well. We will go through those in a moment. How are we getting on, Jen?
Fine. Don't you think it's a great gift? Like a Christmas present? If you haven't decided what you want. Yeah.
I mean, great Christmas present to yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
When this comes home.
Definitely. Right, so I've sewn the 3 pieces together and that's one side of a bag. Yeah. I'm just going to cut out 5-inch squares from each bottom corner, because this is going to make the boxed bottom of the bucket. Nice. So they are quite large cutouts, but that's how it's so wide and can fit so much in it.
Just a really practical bag.
Yeah. And the colours just go so great together.
They do actually, and you kind of pointed that out. It was nice that they are in colour families as well. So
yeah.
Everything works. Great, I mean, fantastic for your quilting. If you think about picking an option, let's say my favourite option, the black and white, imagine that in quilt. Everything's going to work, everything's going to coordinate. You still have splashes of colour in there as well, but it's tied together with the sort of predominant background there in the white. So everything works. Yeah. You've got grey tones running through as well. Grey's such an elegant colour.
And the way I see it is if you get one of the other colours, they will go so well with the black and white. It's like I love like a pop of colour with black and white. It's like my cushion. I've done a bright green binding on it because I love bright colours with black and white.
Flash your cushions because you've done a great job with those. Yeah, grab them. Yeah. Let's have a little look.
So I'll be demonstrating this. I think I might demonstrate this one today actually later at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Thanks. Yeah. So this is some of the black and white fabric with just a green binding. Watch these fall down now. balance them. And then this is from the pink bundle.
The sunset?
The sunset bundle.
Yeah, I like that.
Look how pretty it is. This has already been claimed. My best friend, she came, she saw a photo of it the other day. Yeah, so I always send her pictures of what I'm making, and she's, that's mine. I was like, of course it is, love.
So, same design, but they look very different depending on the options.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a friend
English
like you,
paper
Jenny.
piece.
Sending pictures. Everyone needs a friend like you. Like, yeah, I'm having that.
Yeah, she claims so much, and she doesn't sew. She doesn't sew at all.
If this is a barter system, what do you get back?
I mean, if I'm really, really busy, pre-lockdown, she would come and, you know, sometimes iron my fabrics, like iron my seams if I was making loads of half-square triangles. Photocopy stuff for me, you know. She does. She's useful.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's useful.
She's useful. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I've cut the corners off, and I'm just going to baste it onto some wadding. So I'm just going to use the 505 spray. You don't need much at all. Now
we do have this on the show. We're just going to flash the details for you if you're looking for some wadding. It also comes with the batting as well. £20 and 49 pence. You're saving £2.50 there. 060065. Your item number.
I love this stuff. I can't be without it. And I think I've just realised I'm on my last can. So
wow, so you really do use it.
Yeah, I've got to get through it so much. Nice. There we go. Let's just flatten that out.
Why is it so useful? Anyone who's
for me,
not used it, why do you love it so much?
It's so quick to use. So when you're having to pin, and when you're doing 3 layers when you're quilting, I always find however much I pin, something isn't right. I will get a little overlap on the backing, or it just. But with this one, I have a like spray and roll method, which I keep meaning to do like a video on.
Spray and roll.
And it just works. It's so quick. I can baste a massive quilt in like 10 minutes. So. Spray and roll.
The last time I heard that technique, spray and roll, our director Marcus was telling us about his tanning regime.
Wow, that's a technique.
He's patented the spray and roll.
Right, so next up is the quilting stage. You could go to town on this. You could do so much. I'm just going to do 2 straight lines purely, so I can show more during the demo. But I've done cross-hatching on it, and there's all sorts. Like you said, you could do free motion quilting. So I'm just going to pop my quilting foot down, if I can do it today. There we go. And I always increase my stitch length to about 3.8 when I'm quilting. So I am just going to go along. I would usually quilt slower, but whenever I'm doing demonstrations, I like to do stuff quickly so we can show more.
Like your style. And if you have any questions for Jenny, we'd love to hear from you as well. studio@hochanda.com.
I would definitely do more quilting than this. I think those ones have got straight lines. I love straight line quilting. It's my go-to. So I'm just echoing the seam, following between the top and the bottom pieces.
In seeing your patterns as well, and I did have a flick through them, Jenny, you're very good in explaining everything and, you know, step by step. You approach it from a crafter standpoint.
Yes.
So what a sewer would want to know, the information they'd want to know.
Yeah, I really try to explain everything clearly, because and also pictures, lots of pictures, because I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, me too.
I struggle learning through words, so I always do the mixture with as many pictures as I can. And then some of them have got the templates in for the English paper piecing.
So I kind of get with your patterns, you create patterns, the kind of information you would want to know as a sewer.
Yeah, and I try to explain it quite easily, not using loads of crazy no, we don't do that. Not at hashtag sew. We just like to keep it so anybody can understand it and just get on with it. So I'm just going to cut off the excess. Is a bit big for the table, for my cutting mat. I always travel with a small cutting mat, not my massive one that I have at home.
Just easier.
Oh yeah. My boot was totally full this time. So much stuff with me.
Do you have to drive from far?
Yeah, Brighton.
Oh wow.
Well,
okay.
just outside of Brighton. Yeah.
Because Alex lives up that way.
She lives not far from me actually. Yeah, about 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive.
Need to get together and do some crafting.
We do.
Obviously.
Once everything's over.
Once everyone can do in a safe way.
It's so easy to say that and think actually I can't do that. Because I have a little sewing thing with my friend. She's a bag designer, Lisa Lamb. Yeah. We have a little thing called Sew Crazy Girls, where we do YouTube videos together and all sorts.
This is cool.
And I miss her. We can't do them.
Hey, how do we find any videos that you've done in the past, though? What do we search
So
for?
we have a Sew Crazy Girls Facebook page. Okay. So if you just type in Sew Crazy Girls, it's SEW for the sew.
I love the name already.
Yeah, we're mad. So
it's going to bring a sense of humour, so you're going to have a laugh.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do some hilarious videos. Our first one was the funniest because we just had so many technical difficulties. And then we attempted to do one at the start of lockdown where she was at her house and I was at mine. It didn't work.
No. Well,
we couldn't get it to work. I think that was probably me. I'm awful at technology. Just looking for my scissors. I think I've left them in my kit. Sorry. Yeah, there they are.
Now, we've got details for the one-day special on your screen. Just to remind you, there are 7 options to choose from. But when we say options, that is an option. Everything that you are seeing here, 20 half meters, that's your sky option. And something that Lisa pointed out, and it's so nice, the fact that all the options are sort of color-coded. So you're getting all the color families within there. We've got beautiful sort of variations of blue, from your deeper, richer, darker tones to your lighter, more delicate blues in there. And wonderful prints. Can I just show you, I'm not going to show you all of them, I'll just show you this one. How elegant is that as a print? And it gives you an indication of the mix you're getting, because we're going from somewhere like that to, drop that down, something like this. So it's just a lovely block, but you've got that texture going through. It looks like denim. It has the illusion of denim. It's not. It's a cotton in there. And they're all quilting cotton as well, whichever option you go for. How are we getting on, Jenny?
Right, so we're just going to make, I've just cut out the batting with my scissors for the corner because I find it easier than using a rotary cutter. Okay. So those corners are cut out. So we're just going to make the handles.
Right. This is coming together quickly.
Oh yeah, it does. You could make so many in a day. I tend to cut out all in one go and then just sew. Right, so I'll show you, can we see? I know I have to do this at a funny angle. So to make the handles, all you have to do is, I've already cut the pieces, so you need 2 printed and 2 of the lining. Yeah. And just fold in half and then open out and fold both sides in to meet the middle. Well, we can see, I've learned, I've got to move forward. If I do it at the back of the table, you can't see.
Okay. You're doing well.
There we go.
You like doing the TV, Jenny?
Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Especially when things go wrong or I can't get my words out. It happens all the time. I just laugh at it. Because a lot of people say, don't you get nervous if something's going to go wrong? I was like, it is going to go wrong.
I've never seen you nervous at all, ever.
No, because there's no... The way I see it is there's no point because I know something's going to go wrong.
I think you were made for TV. You've got one of those personalities where you're definitely destined to be on TV.
Oh, thanks. I never would have thought it. I'd never thought this would be where I was. It's great fun though.
You get a lot of friends and family watching you, I would imagine.
Yeah, my mum and dad especially, and my little boy.
Shall we give them all a mention? What's your little boy's name?
Dylan.
Dylan, good name.
Yeah, he is 10. He'll probably be watching, or he tends to watch the start, and then he's just a bit like, oh, she's on again, I'm off.
I've seen it now.
Yeah, so he's with his grandma and granddad, and they're my everything. Those two.
Oh.
My dad's like my business manager now.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's retired and he loves business.
So he's decided to take over and help you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. And my mum loves sewing.
You got the ideal family.
She loves EPP, English paper piecing. So if I'm running short on time, I'm like, Mum, I've cut some fabric.
I love that you explained that to me as well, the English paper piecing.
Yeah, I was like, you
better
might not know what it is. So I have sewn, no, I haven't sewn at all. I have ironed the 2 handle pieces, well, 4 handle pieces. on each side. So you're going to place the outer piece on top of the lining piece with the folds on the insides. Just line them up. Here's where I would suggest you probably pin them to keep them in place, but I don't have time for pinning when I'm doing this. I want to get it all done. So you're just going to sew quite close to the edge. I'd say closer than 1/4 of an inch, and just go straight down. If you want to make your handles more substantial, you can add a strip of wadding. Just this is one of the other handles. I'll just show you. If you just measure that gap there when you've opened out the when you've opened it out, just a piece of wadding that, and you just fold that in, and it'll just make them a bit thicker.
Okay.
So we're just going to sew down this side. And again, I tend to do some more decorative sewing on the handles, so I'll do a good 5 lines. It also helps them stand up a bit more if there's more sewing on them, and then just turn it around and do the same on the other side.
Jenny, we're just conscious of the fact we are halfway through the show, so when it's next convenient, we're going to do a recap. But you let us know when.
Yeah, I'll just do the exact same on the other handle while you're doing the recap.
Is that okay?
Perfection.
Can we do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Just let you know, welcome. This is the launch of our brand new one-day special. My goodness, it is busy. We have got this is the kind of show where if you're a soft crafter, it is absolutely the show for you, because we really have got a great price and quality fabric. So first to point out, it is a quilting cotton. So 100% cotton, quilting cotton, really good quality. Now we've got bundles for you. They're 1/2 meters, so you are getting 1/2 meters here. This is your fire option, where you've just got a beautiful mix of yellows, oranges, reds. Have a look at that, come on. You need some of that in your life. But then you've got there are speciality fabrics in the mix as well, because that's got lovely glitter within it. And then you've got your words coming through, beautiful red on that, really nice red. You've got your shavings, that's like pencil shavings on there. You've got buffalo chep, we've got chilies in the mix. This is all one option, still going. So all of that is your fire option, and it is the most popular option at the moment. Actually, not anymore. It's changed. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our sky. So you can see the color families now. We've gone from our yellows, oranges, reds to all our blue tones going through. So very bright, vibrant, light as we scroll through here. Then we go on. I mean, those two work very nicely together. Imagine a quilt with all of these. You've got your larger prints, your smaller prints, so we're playing with volume. We've got our more block prints in there as well. Well, not prints, but block fabric. You've got feature. I mean, those two together, how good does that look? And that's the beauty of going for a collection, because it just all works together. Now check this one out. Look at this for a fabric. That is foiled. You've got that gold foiling in there, just catches the light. That's a really nice, like a beautiful granite. Then you've got your words, or not words, sorry, it's like hair clips. So you've got fun. That's a nice one, and that is elegant too. So that is your sky. Then we're going to move on to our forest. So forest, as you would expect, lovely green, sort of earthy tones running through. So we will go through and see all these beautiful greens, and there's certain, I mean, look at those. Just pulling out a couple at random, you see the quality of pattern that you are getting within your forest. So as we go down all the way to here, 20.5 meters, £3.50, or just shy, penny shy say, of £3.50 per half meter for a quilting cotton. I mean, that's just ridiculous value. Now we've got our sunset. So sunset, we got our purples, our pinks, our lilacs going through. Love that, love that. And this thing, you're going to get this home. You're like, I love this, I love this, I love this. That's cool. You got your pencils in there like that. I'm hearing myself say I like that a lot. So. I definitely have quite a few favourites from each collection. Oh, that's cool. That's atmospheric. That's owls. You've got. Let me just show you that actually. That's got a bit of atmosphere to it. Oh yeah, I tell you, Alex would like that one. And then we've got a sort of softer lilac. That's pretty as well. And this thing you're going to pull out, and you've actually got gold in there. Do you see how the gold catches the light?
That's my favourite.
There you go. That's very, very pretty. That's the thing. 20 pieces of fabric, and I'm still, each time we go through, I'm discovering different designs that I didn't show you the first time. So now we've got words in there. You've got lovely, lovely prints. So that is your sunset. Then we come down, we've got our neutrals. So within your neutrals, everything here. Now, how cool is that? That's another of those speciality fabrics. So you've got that wonderful gold inflection in there. Then you've got, actually, neutral is very appealing. Look at this. So as I start showing you these, can you imagine working with these designs? How iconic is that? That's beautiful, classic sort of print going on there. But then we've got here a slightly smaller volume, or here again beautiful natural tones in the mix. So as we go through, you get to appreciate all of these wonderful natural tones that you're getting in the neutrals. 20 half meters, £3.50 per half meter, with a 50% saving that you're seeing on your screen. Okay, so that's your neutrals. Now we're going to move on. Bright, vibrant, it's your rainbow. This is a celebration of colour, and something that Jenny said is absolutely right. Because you've got so many colours going on here, it will work with any of the other options as well. Look at all of this. It is a festival of colour that you're getting. Lovely designs. It's bright, it's bold, it's vibrant. If you're looking, I mean, imagine thinking about patterns that you have at home. So it could be a bag pattern, it could be a quilt that you've made before in different fabrics. It will totally transform using this. Like that. Wonderful greens going on. Oh, how about this? That's a little bit tasty. Yeah, we like that. Suddenly went all Danny Dyer there. I don't know what happened. We've got to take on the wall. Having a look through. Is that the new one? Is that a new show? I don't know. Here we go. Yeah. Going to see all of that. Okay. Now, that's your rainbow, but is it in the lead? Yes, because it is hands down my favourite. And I have to say, when we started off, it wasn't the option in the lead. I'm just going to be real quick here and show you. So that's got like a paste print. It's really subtle. We can't see that on camera, but trust me, it's there. Have a look at this, though. Bit of a film motif going on. Then you've got lovely little floral sprays. You've got your Cinco de Mayo, your sugar skulls going in. That's just a really nice grungy print going in. Your greys are lovely. Another like paste print. Got beautiful tones of grey. Oh, we like this. I've got to tell you, nearly 20% of the stock for the greys has gone. And it's something that will appeal to everybody, guy or girl. It's just so sophisticated. Check this out. Come on, look at that. Then you've got this beautiful script going on. That's a nice one too. If you're struggling and you want to make more masculine makes, this would work. I really like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Then we've got sort of black background, again with our sugar skulls. And you've got your, oh, that's foiled. So that's silver foiled with our bees. I'm so glad that the black and white is popular, because seeing it in the studio, it's nice. They're all, actually, that's a great shot, because you're seeing it all here. There is not a wrong option here. 7 options wherever you go. The fire, the sky, the forest, the sunset, the natural, neutrals, I should say, rainbow or black and white. You cannot go wrong. What we're going to do is just jump onto the website. Let's have a look at the website and see. There are some other fabrics. Now, these are your designer fabrics. Picking any 5, they are half meters. Oh, $22.99. So, good choices. Picking 5 of those. The hard part, I think, would be picking your favorite 5, because there's so many good ones. There is a lot. So we will let you look at those at your own leisure. I think we're going to be heading back to the lovely, or we're just going to go through a bit more of these. Sorry. There is, wow, okay, there really is a lot. I didn't realize they were going on for that long. Okay, so there we go. We're going to head back now to Jenny to continue our demonstration. By the way, and I really do mean this, if you've got any questions, please get in touch, studio@hochanda.com. 2 more things before we head back to Jenny. There is a freedom price on our one-day special, and as I was going through, I didn't mention that. So freedom price, flexi payment on there. There's not a freedom price. Correct myself. There's a flexi payment, and also it's on extended delivery, so it will be dispatched on the 12th of December. So that price there, today, we can split in half, and you can pay half now and half in 4 weeks' time. There we go, $34.95. Jenny, how are we getting on?
Fine, and I've decided that pink goes with all those colours because your shirt looks great against all of the fabrics. Don't you think?
It does work.
It does.
Yeah.
Right, so
I wore this especially for you, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Love pink. Brilliant choice. So I've made both the straps, and I've also had my seam ripper out because I placed two fabrics that were meant to be right side together, one right side and one wrong side together.
I love the fact you owned it.
Hey, always. Everyone does it. Seam ripper is great invention. Right, so the next stage is you're going to place both your outer pieces right sides together and just line them up. And it's always great to line up, you see the bottom of the bag pieces. It's always good to just line those up as well so that you have those matching. And you are just going to sew 1/4 inch down. Again, if you're planning on putting heavy stuff in your buckets, I would always say double sew all the seams. Just sew down once and then just sew over your stitches again. It just helps strengthen it.
Reinforce. Now, I'm just going to hold this up. This is the pattern that Jenny's working with. She's designed it herself, so it's patterned by Jenny Jackson. It's this beautiful, the big one, storage bucket. So if you, and this, it lives up to its billing because it is just such a practical bag. So you've got a lot of storage. It will fit. Jenny was saying that storage units that you get, the little sort of cubes, you know the one, they will fit in there. 40% of the stock has gone. You're getting multiple pages. You are getting pictures in there as well. 40% of the stock. If you want to get that individually, you can.
There we go. So I've just sewn down both sides.
Right.
And I'm going to sew along the bottom.
Yeah.
Just line it up. There we go. So straight along the bottom. Then we're going to make the box bottom. Just try and sew like crazy on here. This table's quite good though, it doesn't vibrate too much. Some of the tables, the whole machine starts going like that. Right, so to make the box bottoms, you just take one and you open it like this. Okay. So if you get the two seams, you're just going to line those up, and if you make sure the seams are going the opposite way, I'll show you when I've pinned and removed my fingers from it. You should be able to see. You see? There you go. So they're just like that. You might want to pin all along, but got loads to show still and time's flying. So then you're going to sew along 1/4 inch again. If you just back stitch at each end of these, just going to move this along. There we go. They really do come together quickly. I should have made the lining already, but haven't. That's what I was trying to do when you were talking, and I've got the seam ripper out. So it's not done. Right, so then you just have to do the exact same at the other side. Okay. Get those centre pieces together. Always pin there first, so then you know it's going to be nice there, and then just flatten those out and you can pin those as well. And so take it to the sewing machine and sew 1/4 inch along, just reversing your stitches at the front, the start of the end.
As we're doing that, just to let you know, a few of you have found our other pick and mix. So we've got a pick and mix with more block fabrics. We're just going to show you on the website very quickly. So a lot of different ways to shop. You're picking any 3 of these from Windham Fabrics. You can see beautiful block fabrics here. So lots of lovely engaging colours, and you get to pick any 3, but they are very, very nice fabrics. They are nice.
For the linings of everything and the bindings, they're really nice quality.
Good price on those as well, so well worth having a look at.
pin. Yeah, just pin myself.
Oh.
Right, so next up is just turn it the right way out, just push your corners out.
I love that. The garlic, that works really well with the contrast of the garlic with the kiwis.
And then on the other side, you've got,
salad and the cabbage.
It's so fun.
I love this.
Right, so I'm just need to, I'll show you how I put the handles on. I'm just going to pin them to start with because I need to sew the lining fabric together. Okay. So I'm going to get my smaller ruler and measure using it. I'm not going to draw on it or anything because busy. Trying to remember the pattern off by heart. I think it's 7 inches in from the edge. So you're going to get your handle right sides together and just line up with the 7 there. So I actually go on the outside of the 7 towards the end, the edge of it. And I will just pin that one in place, like so. And then 2 more pins and then 7 inches in from the other side. Should I do this nice and quick? Oh, no, same handle. So if you just make sure you don't twist the handle, you just bring it round. Okay. You're going to pin that like this. Okay. So we're not actually going to sew the handles on until we sew the whole bag together.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd pin them in place. So you're going to do the same on the other side, but to save time, I'm just going to look where I've pinned the last one. Right sides together, so the outer lining pieces joining up. So there we go. I would usually measure it from the edge just to make sure it's right. Then take it round. These are only small handles, so it's quite hard to get them twisted.
Yeah.
When you've got the big handles, it's much easier to twist them. There we go. So if you place that to one side, I'm just going to do exactly what I did with the outer pieces to sew the lining pieces together, but along the bottom, I'm going to leave a good gap open, about 4 inches, because I'm going to need that to turn.
I'm just looking, I'm trying to find, that's from the neutrals.
The brown?
Yeah.
No, it's one of the solids.
Oh, from the pick and mix?
Yes, from the pick and mix,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I like to use solids for that.
You did say that, actually.
Yeah, I did, but it's fine. I'll let you off. Right, so I'm just going to sew down this side. I've already sewn the other side. And so the edge, this piece, you, like I said, just going to leave a turning gap. So start here, sew along a little bit, back stitch, because when you've turned it out, when it's all sewn together, you can just hand stitch this turning gap using a small ladder stitch. Or if you're not bothered, you can just take it to the machine and just do a little line across with the machine. Right. So I'm just going to make those box bottoms on the lining piece as well, by pinching the fabric open, matching the seams so that they're nesting nicely.
Okay. And you feel it when you put the seams together, they kind of slot in.
Yeah, they slot in nicely, and you're going to end up, it's like when you're doing quilting and you're doing patchwork, it's always good if you can get your seams to face the opposite way to each other, because they just helps get those points
Lock
nice.
In, yeah, keep it neat.
There we go. Flip that around though, haven't I? There we go. Oh dear. This is why you should pin.
Oh, it's moved a bit. It's okay, it's lining, it's all right, no one will see it.
Exactly.
Forgive you for...
And it's on the, it's not going to show anyway because it's a seam allowance. There we go. Let's just do the same on the next.
Okay. I'm very impressed that you've been able to make this bag in 1 hour. And that's not all constantly, that's with breaks and me talking.
Yeah, because I'd only really made the front of it and I'd cut the fabric. This is definitely, you know, if you've sewn before, you can make this from start to finish in a couple of hours.
Nice.
Definitely. I think it probably takes longer to cut the pieces out than it does to sew. I find that so often though. Or longer to choose the fabrics.
Yeah.
I often just, especially when you've got all that, I was like, oh God, but I want to use that one, but I want to use that one.
I've been a kid in the sweet shop.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah, I was. I could not pick which I wanted to use. Right, so the next stage is you're going to put the outer bag inside the lining piece. You just pop it in there and then you are going to match up those side seams. Again, you can try and get them to face away from each other. Mm-hmm. And then this is the bit that takes the longest, is pinning round, because you want to make sure that you pin it equally. So I always pin both seams first.
Yeah.
And shake it around a lot as well, make sure you get it inside properly. There we go. So then I always hold it nicely and then pin the middle. And then where you can see that I pinned the handles in,
yeah.
What I'm going to do is take one pin out so it stays in place and just take that to the outside. Because then you know they're definitely, the reason why I pin it first is so you know they're definitely in the right position. Because if you try to measure it once you've put it inside the lining, it could go a bit wrong. You definitely end up with twisted handles then. So just pop an extra pin in.
Okay.
And do the same for the other handle. But there is only, after I've pinned this, there's 2 steps, 3. Sew all around the edge.
Yeah.
Pull the outer piece through the lining. Sometimes I'll sew round the, press around the edge to give it a nice edge, but then top stitch.
Okay.
Just around the edge to keep the lining inside and give it a nice finish. And then it's actually done.
Yeah. Now, I tell you what, do you want to show the finished one? Because we've only got like a minute or so.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. And then we can maybe show this one done at 8.
We'll that's fine. It's this one. It's great to hold your wool in.
That's a good size though. Great size.
So yeah, the last thing I say is you can see there's an edge sewn. So once you've sewn around this edge at 1/4 of an inch and you flipped it through, you're then just going to sew a nice bit of top stitching around the edge.
Like it.
And then you have your finished.
It's a nice pattern because you're effectively taking 5 feature fabrics. So you've got the base, which is tying them all in your blender, and then you've got the 4 fabrics. You can even just take, you've got the 4, but you can take 2 and 2, so use them.
Yeah, so basically out of, did you say there's 5 fabrics? Yeah. You could get 4 buckets out of those 5 fabrics, 4 outer buckets.
Wow.
The outer of it, and then you need like half a metre for the lining.
Amazing.
So yeah, you could.
The beauty is you're not going to be short of choice because you can see here 7 different options with our one-day special. Highlights to point out, you are getting whichever option you go for, and they are sort of colour familied. Fire Now is back in the lead. It's such a great option, I'm not surprised. But whichever option you go for, 20 half metres. It works out £3.50 per half metre. Don't let the price fool you because it should be twice as much. There is a 50% saving courtesy of our Black Tag event. What you should be paying for those 20 half metres is £139.80. On Hochanda today, courtesy of our one-day special, $69.90. And what's even better, you can pay the flexi payment of $34.95 today. We send it out to you. Everything is on extended dispatch, so it will be dispatched on the 12th of December. We've got 7 extremely appealing options though. So if you want to go for your reds and your yellows and your oranges, your fire. If you want to go for your blues, we've got our sky. If you want to go for your greens, we've got our forest. If you want to go for your purples and pinks, we've got our sunset. We've got our neutrals here. Our rainbow is just a beautiful celebration of colour. And then we've got the black and white. Can I just say a huge thank you joining us, and also to Jenny. Love working with you, Jenny.
It was so much fun.
You're going to be back on at 8 with Power?
I am indeed.
Amazing. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for your company.